What is up, Sooner Nation? Welcome to the Sooner Surge podcast that tells it like it is, nightly 9:30 edition. On the eve of the SEC Media Days for Oklahoma, Brent Venables, R. Mason Thomas, John Mateer, and RSJ will be speaking to media tomorrow at 2:45, right after Florida and Billy Napier speak. Jeff Levy earlier in the day, but today you had some funny things like Steve Sarkisian walking out to Texas A&M's fight song. And what's very funny, Jay, is he never even did he not even recognize it?
I thought it was weird he didn't make it.
He didn't even. I don't even think he knew it was happening.
It's either that or he just thought I'm not going to address it. But it was.
I think it's hilarious. Now, Texas on the recruiting side get two big time number one linebacker and number one D line today. That was kind of on the news. Did you see the Pete Nakos? Here's something else, Jay. The Pete Nakos. I don't think it was an article. It was a tweet about how much money Texas Tech spent. How much?
I didn't see it. I saw the On3 thing about the highest paid roster so far. I think
Texas Tech is 28 mil.
They're number 2. Texas is number 1.
Yeah,
and that's
what
918
saying right there. I think Tech is not 28 mil.
Yeah, and it looks like Chester gifted a Sooner Surge membership. If you're able to get that, kudos to you. Maybe it was Chris. I don't know. He says, thank you, Chester.
If I did get it, email us. I'm putting it in the link.
Okay. Hey, Mess, I did see this today as well. Oklahoma State announced it's rolling up its collective One Oklahoma and its local Learfield property, Sooner Sports property, Utah State. Bobby Nash is also being brought on.
Now, hey, on the other side of this NIL stuff in Tech was Kirby Smart. Kirby Smart's quote, I'll paraphrase, was something along the lines of, "We will value relationships over we will deal with relationships over transactions." Now, I'm just going to say this right now, Jay. And
Jeremy,
let me say this. Let me say it.
Okay, chill. Jeez.
Proof that winning matters overall. Because if that was out of Brent Venables' mouth, he'd have been roasted. But because Georgia wins, there aren't people criticizing that. I thought it was an interesting take by him, Jay, but they're not up there in money spent. Neither is Alabama in the top 10.
No, I mean, yeah, I understand. I also think, do you think that's accurate what he said?
Absolutely, Jay. They're not in the top 10 of spending money.
Well, I know that, but
so it is accurate. And what he said made a heck of a lot of sense.
I think a lot of times coaches can say whatever they want when it's not. It's just a facade a lot of times. I don't think a lot of times it's the truth. I mean, I just don't. I don't believe it one bit. Well, I think relationships matter to every coach. Now, how important it is compared to other stuff, I don't know. I mean, I think it depends on the school. Maybe it is for Georgia, Jerm. Maybe you're right. But I think it's different when you're at a powerhouse like Georgia. You can say money's not as important. It doesn't matter. You're going to be paying it. Now, they might not be paying top 10 right now, but they're paying good money. Well, everybody knows they are.
Everyone's paying good money, Jay.
Yeah, the difference is Georgia and Alabama used to not have to compete with everybody else money-wise because they could do it before NIL. They were doing it before.
And how do we know, as Colby T.
Nobody knows.
Yeah, how do we know how accurate, as Sunatron said, how really accurate it is? Hey, we're on the eve of SEC Media Days, and just for the first few minutes of the live show tonight, just drop in the chat questions that you want asked of BV tomorrow. I'm not saying they're going to be asked. Just drop in some questions that you want to ask. We'll read them all on here. But to me, one that has to be – I mean, there's so many, Jay, but –
I think that's good. I think it's a good thing to do, and we'll see what questions we get. If you want to know a question, just drop it into Chat GPT or AI, and you'll get probably a good answer. I have to say, AI is crazy. Germ, it's wild. I got to give you I want to this tonight, right before I got on the live. This is off topic, but I can get off my chest here. driving home, me and my son, we stopped to get food. We went through the drive-thru at Slim Chicken. It was complete AI lady. Have you been through Slim Chickens lately?
No.
Germ. It sounded like a human being with the fluctuations in the voice and everything, but it was straight AI.
Okay.
And the wildest thing was from the AI to the first window where I paid, and then the next window where I got my food, the best experience of all of it was the AI lady. I go through the first window, they give me drinks that has no ice in it. I go through the next window, they don't even know what I ordered. It's crazy. The AI stuff is wild, man.
Yeah, that's the world we live in.
Crazy.
Peter says, "Hey, BB, boxes or briefs or BVDs?" I don't think that'll get asked.
Nobody's gonna ask that.
Stillerman wants John Hoover, not John Hoover. Mez says, OU Athletics and Join One Oklahoma to maximize NIL deal making for OU student athletes with Learfield's Sooner Sports Properties as the exclusive NIL. Yeah, that was kind of big news today.
Yeah. Look at this. Impersonate your voice. It's crazy stuff. It's kind of wild. Let me get the comment up here. SEC Mike and Uncle Lou. I like SEC Mike. Never watched Uncle Lou, but OU 9-3 is what they said. Will BV continue to do DC duties? I think if everything goes well this year, I think he'll continue to do it.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you?
And if it fails, he won't be there. So,
well, that's good choice. Good chance he might not be if he fails, but I think it depends on what he's feeling.
Jackson Arnold today in front of the media. I thought some very interesting quotes from him.
What particular did you think was interesting?
I mean, what was expected it was that he didn't lash out at all. He blamed himself a lot. Just said how bad he played. I thought that was interesting. Didn't really take a shot at anyone at OU. Said there was no animosity. But you sense, at least I did in his voice, that he is really looking forward to that game in Norman to prove some people wrong. And OU better not let that happen.
I don't think anything he said was shocking at all. I thought it was all kind of what I expected. Now, Hugh Freeze says some things about him that I thought was pretty much expected too. Basically, that he pretty much in a roundabout way said wasn't coached very well. Too many people didn't know what they were doing, didn't really have him prepared. I mean, in a roundabout way, that's what Hugh Freeze was saying.
And when you say that, Jay, you got to understand Hugh Freeze knows offense, and he's going to give himself credit there. And 918, that's one thing I really appreciated that. And I know people say, well, that's just because you're an Arnold fan. Look, no. I don't want Arnold to be successful. I don't really care what Arnold's future is. I'm an OU fan, but I did appreciate that. I thought that was big time. And now the one thing that shocked me, Jay, the one thing that I said was surprising, and I don't know how you didn't catch on this and say this was shocking. They asked him, what was when you realized, like, welcome to the SEC? Did you hear his answer?
I didn't see it, no.
His welcome to the SEC moment was not Tennessee on the night game when he had like so many turnovers. It was not that. It was the South Carolina game. He came in for Michael Hawkins. He said he could not believe how big South Carolina's D-line was. He said, that's when I knew the SEC was different because it wasn't just the Alabama. He said it was everyone. They had 6'6" twins on the edge. I thought that was a pretty good quote. And you know what's pretty good is Chris Rhodes right here. Hey, thanks so much, Chris. I love seeing the orange, even though it's not crimson. I love it because it's a super, and we appreciate that for our channel. Chris Rhodes, thanks you so much. It says, could I say that I'm a BV fan? Everyone knows, but what I have seen on his side of the ball, they have no quit in them. And I feel like a young OC will bring a rekindled fire to the Now, okay, here's what I'm going to say, Chris. Jay, you can attest to this. And anyone in this chat can attest what I'm about to say. All year last year, when OU was getting beat badly, when they lost games by idiotic plays, and you didn't think they could figure out ways to lose games any worse, and they did the next week, the one constant that I'll say, and I said last year, and I got lambasted for it on here. I said, There's no quit in these guys. They're playing for the man. They're playing for the man. And
yeah, and I like Chris's comment, and thanks so much, Chris, again for the super. We really do appreciate that. Grateful for it. I agree with him when he says it could rekindle a fire, the OC. I mean, I think the young OC that probably seems to be a very innovative guy, and probably has, I think, just kind of glancing at him a little bit and hearing some people talk about him, maybe a different kind of practice mentality with him too. Funner. That's not a word. I know you'd rip me for that, but more fun. I think he's younger, energetic. I think it's going to rub off well with this offense and this team, Chris.
Yeah. Good comment, because you look at BV's best days when he's going at it with Mike Stoops on the sideline. I think there could be some of that with Arbuckle. I think there could, Jay. Couple of Longhorn faithful were on with Teddy tonight, and they said Texas fans are saying semifinal Sark makes me ill. Hey, I will say this, Paul Feinbaum, he said this without saying it. Basically, he said, there's only one constant. There's only one thing you know for sure, and that's Texas this year. They're going to be legit. He said outside of that, you probably know he said LSU, Bama, and Georgia. So those are the four head of the class. Texas, LSU, Bama, Georgia. And he said Texas out of those four are the only one that he would say, you know what you're going to get. He's very high on Arch Manning. Though.
He's very high on Texas, and one of the reasons is because he's got Arch Manning as second coming of Tim Tebow as far as a college quarterback and what he's going to do in college. He's very high on Texas. And, I mean, hey, if you're Texas, you've had back-to-back years in the playoffs. The next step is for them to make a national championship game. So we'll see. I mean, that's kind of the next step in their climb would be to do that. Will they do it? I don't know. I think they have their SEC schedule isn't too bad, but you do have a non-con test there. So we'll see.
And I'm with Madrano. I just don't ever see Brian Kelly winning the big one.
I got to find something real quick. I got to say something about Brian. Let me find it real quick.
And I'm not sure I see Sark winning the big one. There's just certain guys that you wonder if they can win the big one. Hey, I got a little treat for everyone tonight on the trivia. Jay doesn't even know it. Jay doesn't even know what I'm about to do tonight.
You're right.
I'm changing it up tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Marlene says, welcome, by the way. Aren't we all just waiting for BB to pull it off so we have a real reason to love him like we do? I will say this, Marlene. A lot of people love him. I do too. I want it to work out. And yeah, we are all waiting for this team to pull it off. And Ron says until something is done with NIL, OU will not catch up with Texas. Sorry. Yeah, my question is, will Georgia catch up with Texas? Texas is far and away spending the most money right now. But what about other teams? Are they going to be able to catch up with them then, like the Georgias of the world? Yeah, and Daniel's right. They've never had as much money as Texas. Texas is king when it comes to that.
Yeah, I don't think he really can. I mean, Texas is paying right now on it. They're NIL wise, they're on a different level than Oklahoma. They're paying more money. I mean, it's just a known fact. That's not. Hey, let me get to the Brian Kelly thing I was going to say, and it was from a guy that's a Notre Dame fan, and you all know him he's been on the show, Caden McFarland. Now, Caden McFarland, big Notre Dame fan. Brian Kelly, coach at Notre Dame. There was a list from PFF College Football that went out, top 10 head coaches in college football. Brian Kelly was ranked number 9 on that list. Now, Caden quote tweeted it and says this: Brian Kelly has coached 21 seasons at the FBS level. Greatest postseason achievement, winning the Citrus Bowl.
Yeah,
he hasn't won big games in postseason. So I don't know where you'd put him on the top list of college football coaches, but I thought that was interesting. I mean, you really look at it, he hasn't won a whole lot big time games postseason. He's been in a lot of games, but it looks like from this tweet that Citrus Bowl was the biggest postseason achievement.
Yeah, and hey, I saw Aaron's comment, and I compare it to either a babysitter or a substitute teacher who wants to go in and be the friend and the cool person. That's kind of what Brian Kelly's been, except he's not been that cool. It's not good. It's not good at all. And Jay, Sark hasn't won the big one either.
Not in postseason.
That's the ones that matter, Jay.
Yes, I mean he won one.
You just talked about Brian Kelly and how his biggest postseason win is the Citrus Bowl. Well, what's Sark's?
No, I'm saying he's won some big regular season games, Jeremy.
So is Brian Kelly.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you're right on that. I
know I'm right. That's why I said it.
But I mean, you look at it last year, they couldn't beat, I guess Texas couldn't beat Georgia. They beat Alabama the year before. Last year, they got the postseason win over Arizona State. But, yeah, I mean, I think that's true. I think that's the next step for Sark, too, would be to win that big game.
Hey, Ron.
BV hasn't won anything. Nobody's comparing Sark to BV. First off, we're not comparing that. Are you, Jeremy? No.
No. Ron obviously is lost. Doesn't understand what we're saying here. No, BV's name wasn't even mentioned there, Ron. Texas has beat Bama. This is from MASH88. Thanks for joining. Texas has beat Bama and Michigan in non-conference. Nobody is comparing the two. We haven't even been talking about BV, dude.
I love how they just get so defensive. Nobody's like bashing or comparing it to Brent Venables. Nobody. I'm just saying we're talking about Brian Kelly winning in postseason. And so it was brought up, what has Sark done in postseason? That's all.
We know what BV's done in postseason. Nothing, not a zilch. I have as many postseason coaching victories in college football than BV does as a head coach. It's a fact.
Yeah. You're right. What's up, Marlene?
Marlene, I don't want to see Sooner magic. I want to see Sooner domination like the teams of old. I want to see points all over the scoreboard with the dominating defense with it, complimentary of it. That's what I want to see.
Yeah. What else, Jeremy? What else on the docket?
I think it's time to open the phone lines, but
yeah, let's open them up.
Actually, I was going to go ahead and do my trivia tonight, and then we'll open the phone.
Yeah, let's do that. Do your trivia.
TheFanStop.com, Get there, sign up for the Shirt of the Month Club. Use code SURGE, get 10% off your first 3 months. You can choose the Shirt of the Month package for you. And you guys that are Tennessee fans on here, sign up for the Tennessee Shirt of the Month Club. If you're an Auburn fan, do that one. There's all kinds of schools, but do OU if you're an OU fan and sign up for it, and you'll get that Shirt of the Month sent to your doorstep each and every month. Tonight, a little different. Jeremy's in charge of the trivia, and I think this will be fun. It's the old 20 questions, Jay. You ever played it?
Oh, I like me some 20 questions.
So the topic tonight, and if this works, we'll do it every night. I kind of like it better than trivia. 918 might not because he's the trivia king, but it's an OU player. That's all I'm going to say. I don't have to say current. Previous.
Hold up. How's this going to work?
In the chat, if there's when there's a question in the chat, it counts as a question, no matter who asks it. The chat gets 20 questions. They all have to be yes or no. For example, did he play in the 2000s? I would give you a yes or a no. And the better the question, the better the chance you have of guessing the answer after the 20 questions are up. Here we go.
This is going to be interesting with a bunch of people on here to try to get this accurate, but we'll do.
Daniel Brooks says, who got second and third place in the 2012 Olympics? That's what it's like with Sark just making the playoffs. Yeah, no one really knows. Question has been asked, could BV shut down Lincoln Riley's offense? I watched OU Clemson again the other night, and BV shut down Riley. Yeah, Clemson shut OU down pretty well. They did, yeah.
Totally. I mean, they had that Clemson defense was talented too. Joe says too broad.
Hey, I guess you've never played 20 questions. It's one of my favorite games. I played all the time with in my class when I taught, Jay.
Let me start it off. Ask
a question.
Does this player play offense?
Yes, he plays offense.
Okay, it's an offensive player. That's one question. Let me ask this.
That's how it works.
Is this player a skill position?
Yes, this player's a skill position.
All right, so narrowed it down here.
Jay's doing well.
Yeah. Did this player play under Bob Stoops?
Yes, this player played under Bob Stoops.
All right, guys, I've narrowed it down with 3 questions. An offensive skill player under Bob Stoops. Y'all can do the rest.
Is he a current coach? No, he's not a current coach. That's 4. And we can keep going with the chat, and as questions come in, we'll just rotate it.
That's
last year, Riley. Defense.
Max says, did they play between 2000 and 2008?
No, they did not play between 2000 and
2008. After 2008, that's 5 questions. I've already asked that question, Miss. Was he a
receiver? That's 6 questions, and yes, he was.
6 questions. He's a receiver that played after 2008. There you go. Under Bob Stoops. So Bob Stoops last year was what? That narrows it down, guys. I'm helping you out here. 6 questions have been asked. Now wait. Is he over or under? Now, Ron, you guys have to ask one or the other. We can't tell you which one. You have to ask one or the other. What are you going to do? People are saying, Jeremy, people are already giving guesses. Are those counts as questions?
Usually a guess would count, but I won't. I'm not. Yeah, guys, if you guess, it counts. By the way, he's not 6 foot. He's under. I'll give him that. That's 7. Chuck, I am not, but this is my safety shirt. Get ready, SEC Media Day. BB's coming tomorrow. Get safe.
Jeremy, there's been a lot of guesses.
He is not a pro.
Are you counting those as questions or what?
Was he at OU longer than 2 years? Yes. We're at 9 questions. I'm going to start counting the answers. Sterling Shepard, no. 10. Malcolm Kelly, no. 11. Jalen Saunders, no. 12. Colton Bester, no. 13.
Royals.
Hollywood Brown, no. 14. Nick Baskine, no. 15. I'm going to win tonight, Jay. I'm going to beat the chat. It is about asking questions and then guess at the end. That's kind of how it is. Patience.
And then you got Tyler wondering what the question is, and Dalpos.
It's not a question. It's 20 questions. It's not D.D. Westbrook. That's 16.
You guys need to ask better. Let me ask you a question for the chat.
He has not played in the NFL. Never played in the NFL. That's 7.
Let me ask you a question.
Okay.
Was his number single digit?
Yes. Single digit number. That's 18.
See, that's how you do it, chat. Okay? So he's from 0 to 9. I already know the answer, I bet. Jeremy, I bet I know the answer.
Hey, it's only boring because you didn't know, because you can't do it, Chester. Period. Facts. He did play between 2010 and 2015.
Can I guess?
And that's 20 questions, so you got to have an answer.
Can I guess?
Yeah.
Joaquin Iglesias.
Incorrect.
Oh, okay.
The answer tonight was Deron Neal.
How are you people going to get that, Jeremy?
Jay, if Hunter was on here, he could verify. I don't get stumped in 20 questions.
Oh, we'll play 20 questions.
I ask good questions.
I promise I would stump you.
I ask good questions.
I bet I could stump you.
On anything, Jay. Anyway, let's move on.
Please. That's not really a trivia. That's a game. We just played a game. Let me drop the link to call in here. Let's get the link going here. Let me put it in here. Number 5, they say. Correct. Neil and Bob. There's the link to call in if you'd like. Call and talk to us on the eve of SEC Media Days for Oklahoma. Tomorrow afternoon, Brent Venables, John Mateer, R. Mason Thomas, and Robert Spears-Jennings. So now 918 is going to call you out because he says Neil was over 6 foot. Germ's getting called out. I had no part in this trivia. I just want y'all to know. 0 part. 0.0. I had no part of it. So,
Deron Neal was 5'11" on according to Sooner Sports. I just use Sooner Sports. Okay.
Yeah. How excited are you for tomorrow?
I'm excited because it's another day closer, Jay. So
Now, Joe says you can just change the answer, which you probably did.
I don't do that. Why? Because I'm transparent and honest, Joe. You know that. You absolutely know that. I'm a transparent person, and I hope tomorrow we get transparency. I hope that's what we get, and I hope there's some difficult questions, but there won't be. It'll be the same boring questions that everyone's been asked.
I didn't watch any today. Was it boring today?
BV. Now I will be watching ESPN because they're going to, they have coverage all day. So, yeah, Daniel, who was there at the same time as Deron Neal for, I believe, maybe a year. I don't know. Very generous 6 foot. Yeah, he was 5'11", guys. He was 5'11".
He wore number 5.
Did he really go to the Broncos? He had 6 touchdowns his entire career at OU. Can't believe he would have been drafted.
Matt's saying 5'11" here. We got a caller on the line. What's up, KB?
What's up, boys? Y'all doing all right?
Yep.
Yeah.
You?
I'm good. Hey, I just wanted to tell you, I hope your family's doing well. I heard that the other night and forgot to tell you. I hope your dad, your sister's doing okay.
Yeah, I mean, kind of mixed on both those, but Dad from last night, Jeremy, I don't know if you update. I mean, he
I had a fall.
Everything was okay. So,
but everything's okay. Just wounded.
Yeah, I knew he had a fall. I just want to I didn't hear if he was okay or not. Okay.
Sister needs a lot of prayer just for everything that they're going through. So.
Right. All right. No, that's all I had for tonight. I meant to ask earlier and forgot to do it because I knew he fell last night. And just want to make sure he's okay.
Appreciate that.
He's doing good.
Awesome.
Hey, I got to ask you something before you get off here, though.
Yeah, go ahead.
Why did Steve Sarkisian not even address the fact that the A&M fight song was playing? It's almost like he didn't even recognize it.
I don't know. If you think about it, he may not have. He's only been in one of those games. He probably don't know what the Aggie War hymn sounds like.
Yeah, but he should know the Longhorn fight song.
Yeah, but he may not even know that was they just may have thought OTF thought, because OTF said not every one of them had a song. There was just played. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't like they were playing a song for every coach you come up there because CJ Vogel's there, and he said he knew it right away. But he said he thinks that Sark probably thought they were just playing some kind of, you know what I'm saying? Just some kind
like
of
a dance song. I thought it was funny.
Yeah, because he probably doesn't know it. He's like I said, he's been in it one game, and so I doubt he even knew. To be honest with you,
maybe not.
I really don't think he would have, because he's got that personality. He wouldn't have got mad, but he'd have poked fun at it. You know what I'm saying?
I think he would have said something.
He would have said something, if he'd have known. Yep.
All right, KB, thanks.
Hey, y'all have a great night.
You too.
You too, KB.
Hey, couple of questions in the chat that people are saying they would ask BV. Platoon 20 says he would ask BV in what ways recruiting is different now than it was his first year. Joe says, what would I ask him? I'll tell you what I would ask BV right now. Ready for this, Jay?
Is this going to be sarcastic or for a good one?
No, this is what I would genuinely ask him.
All right, let me hear it.
What have you done, Brent Venables? What was one thing that you could put a pin on and say, this is from your point, not program as a whole. What is one thing that you have done and it's affected the team in a negative way or caused some of this that's happened? I would love to hear from him.
So you're the type of guy, like in an interview, you're going to ask, what is your weakness? That's kind of what you're getting at, right?
What's been your weakness at OU?
Okay.
And I hope he would say, and I think he would, look, I'm adjusting to being a head coach. I've made some bad game time decisions. I mean, they asked Jackson Arnold what the deal was, and he kind of responded pretty honestly. Bad hires, probably, yeah. He wouldn't say that, but
Jeremy, you mentioned this earlier, 245?
I believe it's 245 is when OU and Brent Venables.
Don't quote us on this. Make sure you look it up for yourself. I mean, now Jimmy's saying 2 o'clock, so.
Nick Anderson was in an accident, I saw. Should be good to go, but he was in a car accident.
Yes, they said this the other day.
I was waiting for people to say it was Schmitty's fault.
Oh, come on now. Come on now.
Hey, one guy that's speaking tomorrow, Jay, RSJ, he actually dropped weight. Did you notice that?
No, I didn't.
I think he's 217 to 213, I believe, or something like that.
Should be Central Time, I believe. Right?
Yeah, I didn't look at that, Jay. I didn't look at that.
245, Bob says. What one area has to be a lot better on offense or defense for you to increase the win to 9 this season? No one's going to ask it.
Number one is quarterback play.
Yeah. Quarterback play.
I saw a couple of people predicting the defense, and Kendall Daniels wasn't in the starting line. What?
Yeah, I would be surprised by that. Wouldn't you?
He's the cheetah.
I would be surprised if he's not starting. But
he's the cheetah.
Hey, I don't know. I'm not there. So.
Oh, I agree, Mez. I'm glad that he's down. I'm glad that he's at 213 instead of 217. I mean, it's only 4 pounds, but I think that's good.
I'm trying to think what I would ask BV.
Hey, Mark, if Kendall Dolby's the cheetah, then you agree, then you're saying that Kendall Daniels is not starting. I don't see any world where Kendall Daniels first off, he weighs more than any linebacker they got, and he's probably faster than any linebacker they got. And he's 6'5". The dude's playing.
I don't know if he's faster than Kip.
He's 20 pounds more, but probably not faster than Kip.
Hey, I think what I would ask BV is I would ask him this. How much control are you giving Ben Arbuckle? Are you turning everything over to him offensively, or are you going to have any say at all? I think that's what I would ask.
And I hope he would say, I'm not touching that with the 10.
No, I think he would say, well, I'm a head coach. I have to have some say in it. I think that's what he would say.
I hope he would say this. We're going to let Arbuckle cook, as the youngins would say. We're going to let him cook, no cap. He's going to be bussing. He's going to be bussing. Buckle up.
Buckle up. I'm giving him the reins. We got
Platone who asked the question earlier in the chat about what he would ask BV. What's up, Platone 20?
Hey guys, I think I told you this like a few months ago. In my head, there's 4 things that make a great head coach. Number 1, you have to be able to recruit, right? And which he's done that before. Okay. Number 2, you got to motivate your players. Number 3, you have to make good coaching hires. And number 4, you've got to coach up the coaches. And it's number 3 and number 4 is where he's been struggling. So if I was in that media session, I'd ask him straight up, Brent Venables, how did you change your approach in terms of hiring coaches and evaluating and coaching up the coaches? Because that's where his weak points are. I'd ask him that directly.
And I agree with everything you just said about the 4 qualities of a successful head coach. And you're right. Motivating players and recruiting, he's done well on.
Yeah, I don't see he's done really well with those. I mean, I know our recent recruiting hasn't been as good, but I chalked it up to the bad season he had. So I think he can get that back. But it's really the hiring and the coaching up the coaches. I was listening to an interview with Jimmy Johnson, and he was talking about this a few years ago, and he said, my job is not to come up with schemes and X and O's. My job is to hire the guys that do that and coach them up and keep them on track. That's my job, and I feel like that's something that BV has fallen short on. But okay,
it's a great point. Can y'all think of another head coach, either college or NFL, that was elite at motivating, but just couldn't get it done when it mattered? I'm trying to think of some guys who were great motivators.
I think the guy that used to be on ESPN went to Arizona State, Jets.
Oh,
Herm Edwards.
Yeah, I could get behind that one.
Hey, thanks for the call, Platone. The other thing is this with Brent Venables. If you look at it defensively, they've been good under Brent Venables, and defensively, you might say he's done a good job coaching the coaches. It's the other side of the ball, the whole gamut of everything else that hasn't seemed to really put everything together yet.
Yeah, and hey, Tony Dungy won a Super Bowl, right?
Yes. Indianapolis.
I see this one. Bob McClellan is spot on. Houston Nutt was exact.
Yeah, Houston Nutt had some good. Whoa! Houston Nutt had some good years, Jeremy.
Right, and we don't know if BV. I mean, we'll see
you
what he does.
You said guys that failed. You said guys that failed.
I said guys that could motivate and recruit, but when it mattered most, they couldn't win big ones.
This one's probably the number one answer. Charlie Strong. Good comparison.
Yeah, and I don't want BV to be compared because that's not good.
No. I'm saying
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, so.
But Robert, I agree with you. But BV lost his first OC to a head coaching position way sooner than he wanted to, and it was not part of the plan, and it had nothing to do with him. They didn't just come after him because of all. To me, there was more to that.
Hey, listen, Robert's right about that, but if you look at not just coaches, if you look at in any profession where you have to be proactive, not reactive, and you have to have people already in line and guys in mind that you would replace guys with if they left. The fact that they lose Levy and they settle with Luttrell, you can't do it. They could have got Arbuckle then. They could have got other guys then. They settled for Levy. Big mistake. Now, Stillerman says BV did not hire Levy. I've said this for a couple of times on here that I think Levy was coming. As soon as BV got hired, Levy was coming. And there was no who's OU going to get? I mean, do you remember that, Jerm, when that happened? It was like Levy's going to be there, though. See,
it made sense. It was great. He was one of the best offensive minds there was out there, Jay, at the time.
Yeah. But it wasn't something where you did a search to go find a guy. He was going to come.
Chris says good coordinators have to be a part of the program. If I'm right, Jimbo Fisher was the last head coach to win a natty calling one side of the ball. Correct. He was the last one, I believe. That is correct.
Yeah, it's tough to do. I think it's easier.
Levy, listen, my _name. Levy was not a trash hire. They were top 5 in the entire country. Luttrell was a trash hire. Jeff Levy was not. They were top 5 offense in the country.
I think he would. I think he'd be silly not to say that the Luttrell hired was part of the problem. It definitely was. I think he would answer that question if he was asked. Don't you?
Yeah, Urban Meyer would be one. Jim Tressel.
I was not a big Jim Tressel fan.
The vest, man. V-vest.
Yeah. Now, NIL commission has a good point. Levy came to coach DG. I mean, DG followed up. So. Now, I do agree with this. Sometimes you can pad those stats against sorry teams, and then you get in some tough games. So, I mean, that's true.
Hey, Seth Luttrell would destroy me, Ron.
Oh, it wouldn't even be a fight, Jerm.
Stillerman says Saban was way more involved on that defense than I think we know.
Have you seen the Twitter fight going around with the guy on the golf course and the ex-hockey player?
No. Oh, yeah. I think George Kittle.
No, I'm not talking about – that was a fake. That was fake.
Oh.
I'm talking about the ex-hockey player. When you said you versus Seth Luttrell, kind of came to mind. Sorry, bud.
Hey, I saw something that came up, Jay. OU was 4-1 last year after the Auburn game.
Now, yeah, that's right. 4-1.
OU was 4-1 last year and had a road win.
Who'd they play, though, Jerm?
What?
Who'd they play?
I agree, but when they went on the road and beat Auburn, a lot of people were like, here we go.
Well, yeah, that's true. Hey, a couple of things real quick. I want to get 918 says Kirby, he thinks was the last one, 2021. He did call the defense. Andy Reid, 7 straight AFC championship games. Yeah, he's motivated him.
Hey,
what's up, Fred?
Yeah, Fred's talking about Tennessee and how they're confident with the new quarterback. Aguilar, right?
Hey,
look,
I want to read something to you. Keep going. I'm going to look something up.
What I was going to say about Tennessee is Heupel's talking a lot about Seth Luttrell and how involved he is and how he's going to be a big part. So that would cause me hesitation as a Tennessee fan. I'm not sure how good Aguilar will be. I do know that sometimes when there's a guy who has all this expectation like Nico didn't perform as well as people thought he would last year. If you think he did, you're wrong. He did not perform as well as what people thought he would. Now, he was still pretty good.
Hey, I'm going to read.
What?
Sorry, I'm going to read you some games, and you tell me win or loss. This is Tennessee. You ready? First game, Syracuse at Tennessee. Are you there? I'm not sure where Jeremy went.
I was on mute. Sorry. I say they're going to win that because it's home.
All right. East Tennessee State win. That's 2-0. Georgia at Tennessee. You say loss?
I'll say loss.
UAB at Tennessee win 3-1. Tennessee at Mississippi State 4-1. Arkansas at Tennessee, they should win 5-1.
Win that.
Tennessee at Alabama, that's a loss. Tennessee at Kentucky, and then Tennessee plays Oklahoma at Tennessee. So, and then New Mexico State, Vanderbilt, and Florida. If Tennessee's decent, I don't see any way Tennessee could be 8-4 or worse. They're going to be 9-3 or 8-4, even with a quarterback.
The thing is,
the schedule's not that hard.
A 9-3 Tennessee is not as impressive as a 9-3 OU.
No, but their schedule is what I'm saying. It's not for a year to not have a great quarterback. This is the year. Their schedule.
I agree. How good's Nico going to be, Jay? But they lost Dylan Sampson, who was the SEC Player of the Year, wasn't he?
Huh?
SEC offensive player was Dylan Sampson. Like
I don't remember who won it. I don't think so, but maybe.
Hey, I thought Dylan Sampson was like the offensive player of the year in the SEC. I could be wrong. Jay, how good is Nico going to be? You think it's a good move for him?
Yes. I am on the positive Nico side. I think Nico is extremely talented. I think he'll be a first-round draft pick. Do you?
After 2 more years, yes.
Yeah, but do you think he'll be a first-round draft pick?
I do.
I think he's that talented. I do. Now, we'll see. Still got to play it out. I think he's a really good quarterback.
Hey, Mark,
I've got to. You're right, Jerm.
Boom. Wow. I usually am.
Wow.
Mark, I've got to get to this, Mark. I've addressed this before, and here we go again. If Arbuckle gets a head coaching job, in my opinion, BV is super safe. Because if people are coming after Arbuckle for a head coaching job, that means the offense was really good. And if the offense is really good, they're going to be 9-3 or 10-2. It's just going to happen.
And you don't know that. I'm not going down this road again.
I know you're not, Jay, but their defense is going to be pretty good.
I know, but their schedule's really hard too.
Really tough, Jay.
Okay, where are you at on Ole Miss's quarterback, Jerm?
It's the same kind of thing with Aguilar in Tennessee. Guys who are coming in with maybe not as much expectation, like a Jackson Dart had. I mean, uber expectations. These guys coming in, people don't know a lot about. Less pressure, maybe.
All right, let me ask you this, and this is for the chat too. Give me one quarterback in the SEC this year that did not play last year in the SEC that you think will be the surprise. You can't say John Mateer or like Archman. Give me a sleeper quarterback in this league
that did not play. That didn't play in the SEC.
Yes.
Well, I mean, you got Gunnar. Is it Gunnar Stockton played last year? for Georgia. By the way, he looks like he's 53 years old. What about Simpson? I mean, technically didn't play last year.
That's what Jeremy says.
He's a 5-star, dude.
You sold on him?
No, I'm not sold on him, but I think he's going to be better than Milroe.
Now, Harry says Bama quarterback too. What's up, Harry? Hope you're doing well.
Blake Shapen, NIL commission says.
Now, he played last year.
He did.
But I mean, I understand what you're saying. And that's a good one. Ole Miss quarterback, they have a good system. I would think anybody in their Lane Kiffin probably have a decent year. So sooner, a lot of people on this Ole Miss quarterback. A lot of people.
It gets started tomorrow for OU. I mean,
oh my gosh! Comment of the night right here. Is he still there?
Now, I thought he was gone. Jay, what about Marcel Reed? Could be. He could be that guy.
Is he for sure going to be their starter? What
Why would he not be?
What about Calzada?
I don't know, Jay. I don't.
Where did he end up?
Reed did play last year, though.
Where did he end up?
I don't know, Jay. I just said.
Somebody will know in the chat. Is he still?
I do know the Missouri game and the Ole Miss games are two games OU cannot lose. Cannot lose those two home games.
I would agree if you want to have a good year. Yeah.
Auburn at home, Missouri at home, and Ole Miss at home are must wins. You cannot slip on any of those.
Agreed. I agree with you. Not if you're wanting to have a really good year.
Correct. You lose any of those three, Brent Venables is gone. I think if you lose any of those three, he's gone. Hey, tomorrow, Brent Venables, the man, Brent Venables, the coach, Coach BV, speaks to the media along with the three representatives for the University of Oklahoma. It's R. Mason Thomas, it's Robert Spears-Jennings, and it's John Mateer. We're going to get to hear from them all. We'll be here tomorrow night to kind of break down some of the quotes and hear from you guys who are going to be watching as well and just have a chat about SEC Media Days, Jay.
That's right. And hey, Calzada went to Kentucky.
Yeah,
that's
918 said it.
And
yeah.
I think he might be pretty good. I think he could be asleep. Now, Kentucky's not going to be that good, but
hey, tomorrow night's going to be fun, guys. Cannot wait. They want a real trivia, Jay.
Let me get a real trivia because your whatever that was earlier just stunk.
It was electric, is what it was. It's electric. Former A&M quarterback. And they're a team you haven't heard a lot about in the offseason. And Elko, he's kind of in the same boat as DeBoer, in my opinion. That boat has a good captain. I like Elko and I like DeBoer both. I think they're both going to be better than last year as a team. So I kind of wish we got to hear from Nagy, but
you ready for the trivia?
Yeah.
I want to know. Well, let me just say this. We're 46 days away from football.
Okay.
So with it being 46 days away, I want to know what field goal kicker from Oklahoma missed a 46-yard field goal attempt that would have won the game against Texas.
You're not giving the year, are you?
No, I'm not going to give the year.
Give it away.
Give it away. Give it away. That'd give it away if I give the year. These are smart people in here.
What OU kicker missed a 46-yard field goal that would have beaten Texas?
Correct. Not Ray Finkel. Not Ray Finkel. Not Blanchard. There it is right there.
R.D. Lasher, baby.
R.D. Lasher. That's the one.
Tim Duncan, remember, he wore number 40. He was the lefty kicker.
Yeah. R.D. Lasher. I'm pretty sure the laces were in.
Yeah. Hey.
Good job. Good job, Jeremy, whoever got that. Jeremy got it. Good job.
BV and company, speaking in the media tomorrow, 2:45. Check it out, and then be here tomorrow night to talk with us. Also, check out the Fan Stop at thefanstop.com. Sign up for the Shirt of the Month Club. Use code SURGE. And also, big thanks to Chris Rhodes for the 1999 Super Night. Much appreciated, Chris. And thanks to you all. Great night tonight chatting with you all. Can't wait for tomorrow night, genuinely. and we'll see y'all later.